Hello, it is day 29 of the Aquarius Experiment. I am Sara Waggle. I'm an astrologer and a personal development leadership coach. And yesterday I introduced the idea of, or the concept of the clairs, or the psychic abilities, right? There's clairvoyance, there's clairaudience, there's clairsentience, clairgustos, and all of these relate to our senses, right? One is like all knowing, all hearing, all seeing. There's all smelling, tasting, and then there is all sensing and all feeling. And so, and I kind of talked about what they are and whatnot. And today I wanted to talk about why we don't acknowledge them, or why we're sort of discouraged from acknowledging them. I kind of mentioned yesterday that, like, the mere mention of the word psychic, you probably think of like the future predicting crystal ball type bullshit. So what I want to say about this is one of the things that many of us fear. Like, I feel like we all have these clairs, we all have some sort of psychic ability, whatever it is, or a combination of them. But one of the reasons that many of us fear them or develop a fear of them is, one, like, we're conditioned to feel that we're not, or we're conditioned or taught that, like, these aren't a real thing. But if you have like clear sensing, that when you are around certain people, you kind of get the ick, or you get that like, oh, I don't know about their energy, right? When you see something that it's just really weird, right? You smell something, you can smell chemicals, you can smell things that don't feel well in your body, so you know what that smell is, right? Same with tasting. You can probably taste certain things that, like, your body just sort of wants to reject. Certain sounds that you hear, right? Nails on the chalkboard, for example. I mean, that's like a superficial example, but like, you can hear certain things, maybe you can see certain things. And so we're kind of conditioned not to trust our own self, our own body, and our body's responses. The other thing is, a lot of us fear these senses or sensations. We are taught to fear them, or we condition ourselves to fear what they are. And so a lot of us develop drinking or intoxicants, or we in some way, shape, or form ignore these senses, these abilities that we have. And so the fear is, you feel like you're hallucinating, like you heard it but nobody else heard it, you saw it but nobody else saw it. And the reality is that some people can see things or hear things that nobody else can hear or see, kind of like auras, right? Like, I can sense the aura of someone, but other people can see the aura of someone, right? A lot of people told me I have a blue aura. But like, I can't look at somebody, and maybe that's like, physically because I can't see the aura, but I can feel the aura. I can feel certain energies about a person and be like, oh, okay, all right. We all can taste different things. Some of us have a well-developed palate, or even an underdeveloped palate. But like, for example, like if you eat too much sugar, or if you use, like, this is why I talked about early on in this series about like cleaning chemicals or nutrition and eating habits, because these are all ways that we have desensitized our psychic senses, our abilities to interact and engage from a psychic perspective. We've desensitized, right? We've been using chemically created products, we've been consuming sugar, we've been, all of the things, right? We're all guilty of this. Like, I'm not without here. And so that's one of it. And then intoxicants. I know a lot of people who drink a lot, and having been a drinker most of my life, a lot of people who drink a lot, it's because they're terrified of their psychic abilities. They're terrified of what they sense, what they feel, what they see, what they dream about. And so they use intoxicants like alcohol or other drugs to sort of like quiet the voices in their head, right? And yes, I could totally go down the rabbit hole of a lot of what are considered psychiatric problems are explainable with psychic potential or psychic abilities. But anywho, So when we think about like our abilities, like what are you doing in your daily life to impair your psychic potential, right? Are you constantly wearing headphones? Are you constantly wearing sunglasses? Are you constantly, avoiding, there's ways we avoid it, right? But I want to say, like, don't be scared of it, right? And there's ways of honing it, using it, and harnessing it, so your abilities, so that you can actually use them to know when something is in alignment with you, your heart, your soul. And there's ways of knowing, like, okay, no, that's not a thing. And this takes practice. I have had instances in my life where I thought something was within alignment. I went for it, and every time I went for it, I kept getting like a knot in my gut, like a heavy knot in my gut. And I thought it was like anticipation, but it was really anxiety. It was really my body telling me no, but I didn't realize it until after the fact. But it's okay. Everything went well and good with that situation. So my invitation as we move forward is to get quiet, get still, even like do some silent meditation without intoxicants, maybe go low sugar or eliminate sugar to the best you can. Like, consider what you can do to remove certain things from your daily life so that you can actually tune in and intuit your psychic potential. And so we're going to have a lot of Cancerian energy coming up very shortly. And so this can be enhanced, and it's an opportunity that we can all tune into our psychic potentials. So I feel like I know where this Aquarius experiment is going. It's going to be, I'll announce it on the 31st, what I'm feeling for this. In fact, I might announce it earlier than that. Just because I don't want to just leave it to one day. But I feel like it's something you're going to want to have. You're going to want to follow me either on YouTube in my community section or on my Instagram at Sara Waggle. You can follow me there. But I feel like it's going to be something I'm going to do on YouTube and Instagram instead of YouTube and TikTok, because I'm not going to do videos. It's going to be just a different presentation. But I have something coming through that I was channeling earlier today. So we'll see how that transpires. But anyway, so I hope this made some sense. I hope you feel encouraged to make some shifts, make some changes, to tune in to your intuition, your psychic potential, and your ability to sense the world around you, whether that is seeing it, feeling it, knowing it, smelling it, tasting it, touching it, sensing energies, things like that, and feeling into what you can perceive from the world around you. So thank you for tuning in to day 29 of the Aquarius Experiment, and I will talk to you tomorrow.